And we are live. Hey, Haru. Scooby Dooby Doo. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Gabe here, and it's that time again, the beginning of the month. You know what that means? That's the monthly update. Miracle Productions monthly update. Yes, what's going on and everything. Remember last year this used to be the weekly update every week. However, when in making some changes and stuff like that, decided, well, let's do this just by monthly, and it seemed like that's been working out so far. So yeah, let's let's say what's been going on here. If you've seen the video on the channel, you probably are aware about the comic books clearance sale. And if you haven't, be sure to check that video out later after the stream. But what it is, all the comic books are on sale. The different comic, like the Star Trek comic, got the Bubbleina, Bubbleina comic and everything. And of course, we got Brown. Well, actually, Yumiko. Actually, yep, Yumiko. And there is another one. I think it should be in here. Uh, should be. Oh, here it is. Oh, I had it right here all the time. Brown Chronicles. That was going to be a that had two issues, was going to be a thing, and then became Yumiko. Uh, So yeah, all those on sale for it is a only $5 for the summer until they're all sold out. The ones that we have here on hand here at the house. So yeah, definitely after this stream, make sure you definitely check out um, the video, comic book clearance sale from your comic book clearance sale. Have a picture of me jumping up in the air with Star Striker. That way you can get more detail on that there, what to do about that, and briefly why we're doing that is because, like I say, expanding with the novel universes like Yumiko, of course, Bubbleina, in the novel style, along with some other new novel series that I do have planned to come out, such as Wild On, and of course the Supreme Star Striker, and speaking of the Yumiko novel series, yes, we as a we're still going to get novel 4 out. Like as I also stated, probably in that comic book and probably some other videos, but I'm just gonna say it here anyway. Um, as of now, like I say, I just got to go over. I basically just gotta take out time to. I've actually got the proofs edited in from both my mom and Queen Tina proofread the book. So I got all of from there where they proofed it. Got those edits in. Now it's just me looking over it myself. About at least I'll probably look over it about about at least 2 times, maybe possibly a third time, just to make sure everything is the way I want it. Make sure I haven't missed anything. That everything is right in there, especially for selling. I heard about from a reviewer of the Cool Cat movie. Like, wait, you had a flub? People pay money for this. You can't have these kind of flubs. So I make sure to get those flubs out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like I say, so we will have that out, and also on another end, Big Sis Casey. Like I say, I got to text her in a minute there. About this, I text her in a minute, but anyway, she is say he was on a little vacation, but she is she will be um getting out the pictures So that way we can the pictures that I sketched, she will have them colored in ink, so that way I'll be able to put together the covers, put them together in covers for book four, along with making sure everything on the inside of the book is right as well. So both of us are working. Yeah, both me and Casey. So yeah, it ain't like one waiting for the other at the moment. They're like, okay, Gabe, you done yet? Or Casey, you done yet? I mean, technically, we kind of are. Well, technically, kind of are, but like I said, there's still stuff that both of us are working on with that. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Um, Also, excuse excuse me. Yoni yoni yoni. I thought I'd be able to bring it up. Okay, I can bring it up on my email there. Okay, so we talk about the novels and the comic book sale. Uh, there's a lot of new content that's going to be coming. Quite a bit. All this week, I pretty much, other than the video about the comic book sale, pretty much all the premieres this week have been let's plays, and there is one more let's play that will be coming up, leading up to my rematch with Koga. That should be dropping somewhere next week, along with some other content that I need to go on and get out. That of course has been on the Patreon a while. We got there like a review of there's a movie review that me and Queen Tina did there of something we didn't see in theaters, but we got around to seeing it. Um, and then some new toy reviews. Also, some of the comics from Free Comic Book Day. Yeah, so we definitely gonna try to get a couple of those out there, and still some more of the free comics to go through. That way, eventually I can get back to reading Yu-Gi-Oh manga. There are then of course mixed in with that content, we got some other kind of videos that will surprise you as well. And yeah, that should. And then of course there will be not say especially not only just content wise, well, yeah, basic content wise, but also just in terms with the Miracle Crew. Like I say, and what we I'm going to share a few. There's just a few things, not everything, but a few things. And of course, it will be something that we will discuss as far as like, confirming it, and then when it's confirmed, uh, how and what and stuff like that. But I mentioned before, I think I probably mentioned like maybe previously about us planning to, like make not only just get together for talking about certain topics or movies and stuff like that, but also, like doing some other kind of projects together, like for instance, making short films, maybe like for instance, like little, collab skits, for instance, short collab skits, or definitely, as I just mentioned, independent films on the channel. One thing me and Queen Tina were talking about that, like I say, I will have to, mention to the others, is, something to kind of call, like just imagine, like if how you got my different book series. You got Yumiko, you got Queen Tina with BUBBLELINA, Spring Star Striker, and Wild On coming up, and then like other works that we've done that of course have been done before, like the Star Striker comic series and so on. But like, what about a series for the Miracle Crew? Because one thing I kind of thought about was like, you got some YouTubers that kind of got like a little series thing going with what they do. Like, you go way back to the beginning of the YouTube era. You have people like Angry Video Game Nerd or Nostalgia Critic, Linkara, and they were like reviewers and stuff, but they also even kind of had like their own little series within their reviews sometime. Especially like Linkara, he'd be having like those Power Ranger fights and stuff like that. Nostalgia Critic, he would get a bunch of the content creators together to make like these anniversary movies and stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to look at there, and to say just kind of have some fun with that there. Maybe I know probably a few. I would definitely. I mean, it could be possible to maybe pull something off, like say we maybe do something with my books as an independent film, possibly depending on what on the ideas. But I also want to do something outside of the books I'm writing. I do want to, now as far as my books are concerned, like my novel series, Yumiko, Quintina's Bubbleina, and so on. I would actually more likely try to want to do like animated series of them after writing some more to the series there. So I know that could be a while because, like I say, we just began. Like Quintina just got her first Bubbleina book, and so far I've got three of Yumiko, about to get the fourth one out at some point. Once me and Casey are finished with what with what we need to do with them. So it would be more like animes, and even if they were live action, to their the way that they would probably get out, and I mean, again, it could still be possible outside of it, depending on how things go, as life goes on. But there still is a possibility of the thing with Cherry Gray, all depending on what we hear from her about that play reading we had Brownie Rescue Mission of Uranus becoming a much bigger play. Maybe even something with other people that read their plays like EJ with that little murder mystery thing he had going. Sort of kind of remind me of the Escalation movie he was in with Clayton that we interviewed, and so maybe so something. So yeah, that could be possible with that. Um, with Sherry J, or like I say, if not, if or maybe like say, well, we're gonna do it, Gabe, but we're not gonna do it this year or something like that. Because as they maybe, or maybe just maybe it doesn't seem like it might go on because things do happen there. So that's one reason why sometimes you gotta go on and just okay, well let's just do it ourselves. Um, and like I say, it's nothing. No, nothing of like that. How you say it. Nothing of no hard feelings or anything like that. It's just uh, but like I say, I would, event once book four is out, check with Cherry Gray to see what the plans are with, like the plays stuff that she's doing, and is she going to, come around to something like that this year, and if not, just kind of see what we're able to do on our end with that, if possible. Um, Now, one thing that would be something to consider, whether it's done as a play with Sherry Gray or something with the Miracle Crew. Um, One thing we definitely gotta have, even for Brandy's Rescue Mission to Uranus, we'd have to have some kid actors there. So there's no way around that because a lot of my books and even Queen Tina's Bubbleina book uh, require some kid actors there, and yeah, so that's something that kind of that yeah have to take into consideration regardless of who does what. So that's the kind of another reason that I mentioned about wanting to make it, other than the play idea that could be possible, more wanting to make more of an animated series and do it like voiceovers where you can still have some kid actors, but maybe because you got when you're a voice actor, you can put on pretty much. just depending on how you're, what you're able to do with your voice, you can pretty much do a lot of things with, behind that mic. Life's not fair, is it? You see, I shall never be king, and you shall never see the light of another day. My dude. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food? What do you want? So yeah, you can do stuff with that. I can do quite a. There's a little example of some of the voices I can do. Oh, bother! I just don't know what to do. I can't find my honey. Oh, I thought maybe Christopher Robin would have had some, but apparently I don't see any honey. Oh, bother. Well, sometimes that happens in life. I just don't worry about these things anymore. I just, sometimes I don't even know what I do anymore, and it just doesn't bother me. Well, I can tell you one thing. It doesn't bother me because I'm so yeah, the little example there. Oh, the liver crunk, wrong liver. Oh, you're not just gonna let him die like that, are you? My shoulder. Don't listen to that guy. He's just trying to lead you down the path of righteousness. I'm gonna lead you down the path that rocks. I'll come off it. You'll come off it. You're ready. Oh, listen, listen up, big guy. I got 3 reasons why you should just walk away. First of all, look at that little CC stringy music thing you got. It's a harp. We've been through this, and you know it. And yeah, that's the harp, and that's the dress. Robe. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, you pretty much get the idea there. That's another thing I probably might add. Well, let me finish the other topic before I go there. So yeah, definitely want to try to do an animated series. Of course, that will require probably a program to put in here. And at some point we did the we some point we got to get into getting some new computers there, because especially you talking about uploading more programs and stuff like that. I know I got the computer the case gave me and everything, but yeah, just and we can say, and I'm still gonna, and I still would use that. Don't get me wrong, but I mean like the one I'm using now, that pretty much my main central with the webcam and all that, which it can still be, and I still could, and like I said, I still would have cases of the backup, just need a webcam for it. Um, but yeah, like I say, still something for this one, because as I stated in the video when I first got Casey's the computer Casey gave me, yeah, it would definitely, because there's some things I could do, like I could be doing something with this computer or that computer and record myself with the other computer. Yeah, like so. Especially like if I'm doing like a live stream of me doing something on the computer. So yeah, that's something. Yeah, definitely. For the future tip. But there's some other things too as well. So yeah, gotta get all that taken care of there. Um, but also as far as like doing some project with the Miracle Crew, like independent films, other than like the books, animated plays, however, there's also stuff outside of the books that I definitely would like to do. Uh, that's actually specifically with the Miracle Crew and just involving us, and that's where you guys ever heard of shows like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of Dark, things like that, where they would have each episode was not like say, okay, like you say a show like say Yu-Gi-Oh or Family Matters, they're continuing from a previous plot. Mostly stuff like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh or different animes or like Beast Wars or Teen Titans. They'd be continuing from a previous plot. I mean, sure you got episodes that will be a completely different plot, but they still continuing. The characters are still growing and stuff like that, and there is continuity. Um, so yeah, stuff like that. But then you got shows like Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of Dark, where each episode is not only something different going on, but like with Goosebumps, it would be like say you got the haunted mask, and of course it did have a haunted mask two a part, that continued from it. But most of the episodes, like say Cheese and Die, that was its own story, self-contained from beginning to end. Then next episode you get something completely different, like Stay Out of the Basement. Whole new story, new characters, everything. So and like I say, some stories did continue. Like you had the Night of the Living Dummy that sort of had a multi-parter to it, but still it was self-contained within its story. All the Night of the Dummies, part one, two, three, or however many parts it had, was self-contained within those. It didn't continue in other stories like Say Cheese to Die and stuff like that, or like we all of a sudden see, oh, hey, you're the girl that had Slappy. Or no, it wasn't anything like that. It was just completely different story, different characters. Now, who they may have, now if they were played by the same characters from another story, maybe so, but they were different characters. So that's what something of that style, and it's also with Are You Afraid of Dark. Except with Are You Afraid of Dark, they had it where this group of kids would get together and actually be around a campfire and tell the stories, and then we go into what we usually get, something like Goosebumps there. So that's yeah, something between those two styles. And one title I came up with, and when we get together and discuss it, might end up with a different title. Um, um, say mirror, say Miracle Adventures. So that's one idea. So we're so yeah, like I say, who knows what we could end up titling our little Miracle Cruise series, but that is something that I definitely want to kind of do. Almost, I guess you could say, somewhat like maybe a web series or something like that. But when we get together and discuss, we'll figure it out. And like I say, possibly even like, oh, and now we have a big movie. So, um, and in that, yeah, it would be like so, like for instance, might do EJ's little Who Did It Murder Mystery Play or something like that. Have it acted out as a little episode or something like that. So yeah, um, that is something to kind of look into there. Like I said, that would be a possibility, and would really expand us as both the crew, and expand the channel there. So that's something that we're definitely taking into consideration once we discuss it and everything. So there's that. And I think yeah. Then of course we do have something we do plan to, like, we still got to talk about the red light. The play that EJ was there, was still waiting for that to come on DVD and Blu-ray. Hopefully, because I'm pretty sure, like I say, like I say, Casey should be back in town at some point, if she isn't already back there. I'm pretty sure it won't be too much longer. So hopefully, yeah, soon we'll get that Blu-ray DVD so we can go on and get together and talk about that with the main four of us. The starting four, me, Queen Tina, EJ, and Casey. Before we added the others, Janara and Chris. So the main four of us will be together for that one, and then you get the stuff like, say, oh, so who all gonna go see Supergirl and come for the review? Yep. Then kind of rotate that. Might could possibly get six of us possibly. It's just spitballing there. Could possibly all six of us. If not that, you might obviously you would see me and Queen Tina. So we do plan to see Supergirl as well as also Spider Man, the new Spider Man movie coming out. We do, me and her do plan to see those two movies and talk about them. But who you might see with us could vary. Could be the two of us and Gacy. Maybe the two of us and just EJ, or maybe you might see the two of us with, say, Case and Jen or Case and Janara, mix kind of mixed match or something like that. But anyway, that's what could end up happening with Supergirl or Spider Man there, as well as also the fight that Avengers Doomsday movie at the end of the year, which more than likely will probably be like in January when any of us go, whoever is able to see it and come over for the review, be able to do it there. Hopefully we can kind of get all of us for that one at least there. Like I say, I do understand that it could that it kind that it's just sort of a chance taker with that one because like I say, they really they got Supergirl and Spider Man already out for the summer blockbusters. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they could have put it out. I just don't see why they at least that kind of movie put that out in December of all things. Yeah, it just I don't. Yeah, I guess it's. I know it's supposed to take place after the Spider-Man movie, so uh, not really. I don't really have an answer of how to get around it. Just we just have to do what we can do. So, but yeah, that's looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to GeekCon. And seeing not only Billy the Blue Ranger, but also um, Zach the Black Ranger and Jason the Red Ranger, the trio from the Mighty Morphin there. Obviously, we wouldn't see Trudy Train, God rest her soul. We wouldn't be able to see her. Um, so sad what happened to her. But I guess Amy Jo Johnson must probably got some other things that she's doing there. So yeah, it's just basically the guys from Mighty Morphin there. Would have been nice if Amy Jo Johnson was able to show up with them, but things happen. Um, I know there's gonna be three Rangers to get an autograph from. That's for sure. Oh boy, yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Mm, Looking forward to that, and maybe hopefully talk with holler at them at the panel and stuff, as well as also panel and as we're getting our autographs from them, and even hopefully get you know during because I will be filming the stuff happening at GeekCon, obviously, just like I did last year, but also get like a little segment with them, like like hey, like it's forfeit time, and so on. I yeah, so yeah, and that's the well, actually, no, wait, no, I take that back. It's actually just Walter Jones and David Yost. Okay, I'm thinking of another convention where they actually did have all three of them in, but it's actually just Walter Jones and David Yost, as we know, the two that appeared in the 30th anniversary, along with Trini's daughter there, and of course with Kat and Rocky. Yeah, so yeah, it's just gonna be the two of them. So that's a little bit easy, at least. So it's two people to get autographed for this one. I get at some point in the future we may get Jason, but yeah, we'll focus with them two for this one. Which another thing that reminded me of that was because I thought about dressing up as Jason for the Geek Con since I got my Power Morpher with the Tyrannosaurus Power Coin, Blade Blaster, and everything. So yeah, if possible, I would try to find not exactly like a full on Red Ranger costume, but they have they got these like T-shirts that have the design of the Red Ranger, like the Power Rangers, the different Power Ranger design on the shirt and everything. So something like that, for instance, there, with my morpher and everything like that there. So yeah, excuse me. So anyway, so that's what's coming up and everything. Oh, and so one more thing, little PS. Well, actually, two other things. One, we got there's been a lot of talk about shippings on about you mainly Yu-Gi-Oh shippings. That's a video that I plan to probably try to make at some point this let's say probably I highly doubt tonight there because I got yeah, cause like I said, some other stuff I've got to take care of after I finish this. Highly doubt tonight, but maybe like possibly tomorrow. And I also got to do that the Bible reading live stream tomorrow. But at some point before or after the Bible reading, depending on when I do the Bible reading, might do it kind of early, like I'm doing this weekly update. Uh, but I do plan to drop well, not drop, but I have to make it first before I drop it. Make a video addressing about these shippings, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh shippings. People have been uh, they've been recent. They This has happened before, but recently there's been shipping of Yu-Gi X Rebecca. I have nothing against Rebecca. I really love her character. She has a really good character in the show. I just don't see her and Yugi together. It's more of Yugi and Taya. I see Yugi looking at her more like his little sister there, more so than a girlfriend. So I'll have a video going into more detail on this. I guess once I get time to make that, still get my book, get to work on my book. But I wanted to do this as soon as I can because, like I say, I've been seeing it posted so much, and it kind of so yeah. It's like okay, I got to express myself about this. But what better way than to do it here? So and say just to tell what I think of all this, my 2 cents. I know that obviously was not now. Obviously, that's not going to change what other people think or anything. But you don't know what you're talking about, kid. You keep Rebecca forever. You get somewhere and shut up, kid. Ain't gonna change nothing, but at least it just get it off my chest and like I say, talk it, put the video out, and I feel that better, get my just get my voice out there, and whatever happens, happens, at least, but when you got something you wanna let out, you let it out, then you feel a lot better. I feel so much better now because I didn't keep it bottled in. So I'll do that, and little something something that also kind of relates to what I was just saying a little bit about haters there. Because like I say, I just watched a video talking about how to deal with people that constantly try to hurt you, especially like on your job and stuff like that, or just anywhere. But a lot of what I've experienced recently has been on the job there. Um, and like I say, that yeah, dealing with them and some of the ways they mentioned was they mentioned about I think like a certain way you look at them, and then a certain thing that you say to them that would make them silent. That could, I mean, that could work. Cause like I say, one thing about it, I mean, you think like bullies at school. They one of the things about bullies, it's not really a clear cut way to deal with all of them in jail because every bully is different, and what works for one might not work for the other. So maybe what this video I watched, some of like how to speak and look may work on some. I mean, hey, maybe let's say because I'm pretty sure when the person who made this video, he probably went through something like this, and maybe this is what he did. Maybe this is what he did to help his situation. And made things better for himself. So yeah, like I say, it could work, it possibly. But from my experience, this, like I say, not down to the other person. This, I'm just saying, what I took out of it is saying, like I say, and just say, if you want to hear, because there's a lot of videos of this topic there. So pretty sure you'll find something that'll help your situation. If mine don't help, if what I'm about to say don't help, I'm pretty sure you'll find somebody that'll help there. So just saying. Like I say, each situation is different in this. So from my experience, what I'm taking out of this is, well, I could do the look, because they say one thing, just like, sometimes people will try to explain themselves and yell and scream and back off. Like they said in the Cool Cat movie, leave us alone right now. I'm gonna tell my mommy you yelled at me. Granted, I don't think they're grown people that are trying to hurt you. I don't think that's gonna work on any of them. And that may not be a high percent chance of working even with a schoolyard bully. So here's what I, for the adults there. Now, like I say, it might be different for the kids, but for the adults, from my personal experience, from that video, I take out of it, okay, somebody coming up to me, you know, hating and laying like, oh, Gabe, you ain't this and you ain't that. Oh, Gabe, say womp 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 womp. So best thing I go from it is just like this look optimist primal would give. No, it's not a, because they say it's not like that. Oh, I got you angry, or like some cases, well, Gabe, you just smile and no, you don't, because if you do that, it won't hurt you. Technically speaking, yeah, that probably true, and it could be in some situations. But from my experience, yeah, that might not. Yeah, like, now it did help one of my friends. It did kind of help him out there. Um, but that was just the way he is. He didn't watch it. I don't think he watched any of the videos like that I watched or anything like that. He just was him. He was just being himself. But for me, yeah, it's like I would probably, so this is the thing that I try to keep my memory to do. Okay, somebody come up hating, I just I'm doing my work, especially on the job. I'm doing my work. Look and not say nope, nothing said. Aren't you gonna say something? And opportunity. And then when the opening where I can leave the area is a problem, because I mean I could be in the middle of something. I need to go and finish it, but I've been, like I'm doing a markdown or something like that. So they've done that. That's my mother. Sometimes I be thinking about different TV shows in my head. So that's yeah. So yeah, a lot of times they say, "Gabe, were you paying attention to me?" Perfect time not to pay attention. And they'll be like, "Gabe, you." My mind, if you were to look into my mind at this moment, I might be thinking of SpongeBob in that episode Idiot Box. That's great, Squidward. Now all you need is a box and imagination. Game, are you listening to me? Hey, let's play mountain climbing adventures. this. Then what? And if I may, I say, I'll just walk off like I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This will be this will be the hater. But, but Yeah, it's sort of. Let's just say it sort of reminds me of Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy wished that he didn't have any emotions there, and Trixie came up to him and she said, "I'm ignoring you." So Timmy's just like, "I said I'm ignoring you. Stop ignoring me, ignoring you." And then later in the episode, for some weird reason, he has no emotions. He's hot. Like this girl, little one flew over the cuckoo nest here. See? Yeah, so that's pretty much what I get. Not really much, but that's what I'm getting. Now, yeah, and now what? If anything else could occur, just have to kind of think of it as I go along. But that's pretty much the most of it. There, just silence, a look if necessary, and just walk off. When I'm, and then when the opportunity presents itself, just walk away. I walk away and I stumble. No ugly seals. From Meet the Brown. I walk away and I stumble, you ugly seal. So, oh boy, so that's pretty from my from how my encounter of the situation. Yeah, so like I say, maybe that might help you. If not, that this that we there are several of these videos, several people with these videos, and maybe they might have the right answer for you there. So yeah, so that's all I got for today. For this monthly update. Of course, tomorrow will be the Bible reading, starting with First Samuel, which will be leading to my boy David. And of course, then the next weekend live stream, we should, if the Lord say the same, and nothing happens, we should be back with Matilda again there. So yeah. So other than that, yeah, definitely like, share, subscribe. Get our available books and definitely definitely support us on the Patreon, just like the Iceman Universe, and also definitely, definitely support. Also check out his stuff too as well. Reactions to and any Naruto, One Piece, Spy Family, Hey Arnold, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Support the Miracle Crew. Yours truly, King Gabe, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nellens, Jen, aka Chris Godfrey, and of course EJ the Supreme. And also, let's tell each other some stuff on that McCary app. And hey, just like you hang out with us in the live stream, also hang out with us on Discord and Facebook. And we will see y'all in, like I say, the Lord said the same, should be the next live stream for the Bible reading tomorrow. And so on after that. So, yep, until then, take care and see you later. Did I say that?